Welcome to Explain America. I'm your host, Kyle Becker. Well, the DC crackdown, it's wrangling up all sorts of actors, and one of them happened to be a Fox News host. We're going to want to see this because we have the photographic evidence, and now we have the full story about what happened with this Fox News host who got caught in the dragnet. Before we get into that, please like, share, comment, Explain America. We appreciate your support for common sense journalism. Now, Fox News, they were on the scene in Washington, D.C. for the big summit, and that included Bret Baier, who's shooting from the D.C. studios, and he drove into town with this D.C. crime crackdown going on, and he had a very interesting experience with a police officer, and he actually got a ticket, as he said on Tuesday morning. He said, "I picked up my ringing phone as I drove past an officer while driving my wife's car in Georgetown. He pointed to have me pull over. I did. He was very professional. I had to dig for the registration card, got a ticket and left. I didn't know there was paparazzi." Well, that's right, because they got a photograph of him with the police officer, and here's a video. This is pretty hilarious. Well, there you go, Bret Baier. Who knows better than him about the crime crackdown in D.C.? It looks like they're not joking around, and if you're, doesn't matter who you are. I guess like in previous crackdowns, if you were like Joe Biden or something driving an old Corvette, you wouldn't get a ticket. But I think the new D.C., you get a ticket no matter who you are. I love it. Nobody's above the law, right, Bret? Anyway, he handled that like a sport and showed respect to our police officers that we should do every time. And it's interesting. It seems like the DC crowd, they're really enjoying the streets getting cleaned up. Imagine that, Democrats. They actually want criminals off the street in these cities. Oh, it's just unbelievable, right? They don't want less cops. They don't want it defunded. They don't want violent criminals back on the streets with cashless bail. Wow, who would have known? It's really interesting, you know, like thousands and thousands of years of civilization and dealing with criminals. I guess the best thing to do with them is just to keep them away from innocent civilians and to keep them from victimizing people. I mean, shocker, really. Anyway, this has been Kyle Becker with Explain America. Please weigh in with your thoughts about the DC crime crackdown and this incident with Fox News. It's a breath of fresh air, in my opinion, but let's hear from you too. Thank you for watching.